Hey guys, Do a Dreamer. So I want to take your time to talk about my thoughts on Extreme Rules, the special show or pay-per-view, or whatever WWE wants to call it now. Had a chance to watch it over at my friend's house through the WWE network, so it didn't really cost so much, just $10 a month and stuff like that. But anyway, overall, I thought the show was actually pretty decent. You know, it wasn't the greatest, but it was very decent with some very memorable and horrible and unforgettable moments, which I'll actually get into pretty soon because still thinking about it and still giving me chills. But anyway, the pre-show match was actually really good. I was actually surprised that this match turned out better than I expected. I really was skeptic about this match between Hornswoggle and El Torito in a WLC match, which is a mini version of TLC. But what had me was pretty much seeing mini versions of a referee, an announcer, and even the commentators, Michael Cole, JBL, and Jerry the King Lawler. I was actually laughing my butt off when I saw that, and their names, WeBL, Micro Cole, and Jerry Smaller, or something like that. And it was also good to see Short Sleeve Samson there. I haven't seen that guy in a while, so it was actually good to see him come back every once in a while in the WWE. But anyway, the match was very entertaining. I was very, like I said, I put my foot in my mouth when I thought this match was gonna suck, but it was pretty much, in my opinion, the most entertaining match of the night. And I think for a pre-show to get people to watch this, watch Extreme Rules, it was a good way to give a little sample of what Extreme Rules was going to be all about through mini wrestlers. And if mini wrestlers can be this extreme, what about the big guys? But actually, sadly, the show wasn't too extreme, to a certain extent, which I'm gonna get to pretty soon. Okay, but actually, I have to say, hats off to both Hornswoggle and El Torito for putting on a phenomenal match. 3MB, El Matadore's getting in there, and thank you WWE for giving me a big smile on my face. But anyway, now the main card. Who are they? The triple threat match between Cesaro, RVD, and Jack Swagger. Your typical triple threat match. Guys going in there doing some of their moves before one of them has to be eliminated. It was Jack Swagger got eliminated, and then Rob Van Dam lost the match to Cesaro. Of course, before getting all his moves in there before losing, putting over Cesaro, excuse me. But Cesaro got over. Didn't really surprise me. I knew he was going to get over. I know they're going to have big plans for him, especially he's a new Paul Heyman guy. So we'll only see what happens. Next match was the handicap match between Alexander Rusev versus the team of Xavier Woods, Xavier Woods and R-Truth. And this one, it was just a given. I know who was gonna win. It was gonna be Alexander Rusev. It was pretty much a big, huge. There was some good offense with R-Truth and stuff like that, while Xavier Woods was actually incapacitated with a belly-to-belly suplex on the outside. And like I said, I wasn't surprised who was gonna win. I knew it was gonna be Rusev going over, and I think that both Woods and R-Truth did a great job putting him over as this mean, angry, silent brute, which we hardly see in WWE now. So I'm actually having high hopes for this man here, Rusev. So I have high hopes for him. I hope they use him properly in the WWE. But it also has to do with him, what he does with the character. And so far, he's doing well with the character, But anyway, on to the next match. I believe it was the Intercontinental Championship match between Big E, the champ, against Bad News Barrett. Okay match. The fans were really getting on Big E. Really didn't like him. It didn't really surprise me. It's New Jersey. They hate who they want to hate and stuff like that. But they were actually on Bad News Barrett's side, especially when he won the IC championship with a flying bullhammer elbow. Like I said, it was a good match. Not the greatest. Didn't really do a lot for me, but it's good to see that Wade Barrett or Bad News Barrett is getting back on the right track. Just hopefully WWE is going to take him seriously for a bigger role than being the second tier champion in the company. So only time will tell. Next match was, I would consider as match of the night, the 6-man tag between Evolution and The Shield. And like I said, this was a really great match. It did start slow, but then it got really real when they started brawling, especially Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, Randy Orton, and Triple H were going all over the arena and brawling and stuff like that. It really made me feel like, okay, this is now how I feel Extreme Rules should be. And in my opinion, in that match also, who I feel made MVP of the night, in my opinion, MVP of the night goes to Seth Rollins, man. He really bust his butt in that match and almost killed himself a couple of times, especially that last moment where he pulled a New Jack by jumping off the balcony and onto Evolution and even Dean Ambrose. And then when we get back into the ring, we saw Batista and Roman Reigns finishing off with Reigns doing the Superman punch, which I really feel he should use this as a finisher, except besides the spear, in my opinion. But he did use the spear, got the win for Shield, and yeah, it was actually a really great match. I love the storytelling in that match, and the fans really didn't let up on Batista. Oh my god, they were tearing it apart. Now on to the match. I was surprised it wasn't the final match. It was one of the main events, along with, you know, the 6-man tag, but this was one of the 3 main events that I was surprised was not in the last match, which was John Cena versus Bray Wyatt. This match was very brutal. They were really tearing each other apart. I was kind of wish that for an exception for this match, that they can have blood in the match, you know what I mean, to show more dramatic into this and show the more of the brutality they have for each other, and also shows that, you know, Bray Wyatt is really trying to get him into the dark side of the John Cena, or whatever you want to call it. But it was brutal. I just kind of wish there was more mind games during the match. I mean, of course, we saw Bray Wyatt dancing with him while he was knocked out and stuff like that, but I did like the, you know, how they were teasing the rules. John Cena was trying to get out, and Luke Harper and Eric Rowan was there to stop him, and I did like that spot where John Cena was trying to move the door while both members of the Wyatt family was trying to push him back in and stuff like that. That was a good spot. But the one moment that really made up all of the mind games I was expecting to see was when, after John Cena laid out all members of the Wyatt family, he was about to head out the door, lights went off, and then we hear the song "Whole World in His Hands" by some demonic distorted voice, and I was wondering, who the hell is that? And I thought it was going to be like some new member or a wrestler or something, but turned out it was a new member of the Wyatt family, so to speak. It was a little freaking kid singing in that type of voice. It really freaked me the hell out. I even recorded myself a live reaction. I was actually recording myself through the whole match because I want, in case something happened, I want to give my general reaction. And I had a really huge, scary, horrified reaction to that moment, and I called that moment of the night. And you can actually see that video. The link is in the description, video description, to see my actual live and genuine reaction of revealing little Johnny, as they call him, singing to John Cena. And I think John Cena did a wonderful job selling that fear and selling, you know, the mind games of Bray Wyatt. And of course, Bray Wyatt got over. I hope all you IWC and YWC guys are happy now. But throughout the whole time before this match, John Cena was not burying him, so knock that off. All right, but this was a good match. Like I said, I had my, you know, reservations on the fact that I wish there were more mind games, but I think what we saw at the end of the match was good enough. It made up a lot, and like I said, that really blew my mind. My mind was freaked. Okay, so the next match was a Divas championship match between Paige, the champ, and Tamina Snuka. This match was, it was good, but wasn't really special. I mean, the crowd was not into that match whatsoever, and neither was I for some reason. It just really didn't do much for me for some reason. I mean, I like Paige. I think she's good talent, and Tamina Snuka, she's okay too, but it's just, there's something about it that wasn't really feeling it for some reason, you know. And I might do a video about Paige on why I wasn't feeling that. You know, I think she's good, but there's something, I don't know, but I'll get to that in a later video. But anyway, the main event, the Extreme Rules match for the WWE Heavyweight Championship between Daniel Bryan, the champ, and Kane, all masked Kane. This match, I wasn't mostly feeling it. Like, I did feel the anger, the storytelling between the two, but it just didn't do much for me for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe because it didn't have that big of a build up like how John Cena and Bray Wyatt's match and Evolution and Shield's match. But you know, there were some good moments, you know, backstage brawl involving high definition TVs and cars and stuff like that being broken. Good spot with the forklift and the flying headbutt off the forklift onto Kane. And of course we saw a flaming table, which I thought we weren't gonna see because it's PG, but we did. Kane went through it backfired on him, got the big huge knee to the face, and 1 2 3, Dan Bryan was the champ, regained the title. But anyway, overall, like I said, it was a decent show. Not the greatest, but a decent show. I think it's just a glorified version of Raw and SmackDown, which I kind of feel the same way for any other pay-per-view or special show that is not the Big Four. Kind of like a glorified version of that, even though Raw is 3 hours anyway. But I think that, you know. But anyway, what do you guys think about the show? Did you like it? Were there moments that you thought was match of the night, most entertaining, MVP of the night, and moment of the night? Or what was your belief on the worst match? Feel free to comment down below, tell what you guys think, and we'll see if it goes from there. Alright guys, take care.